everyone. Welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. Thanks for joining me today. Hey, if you're new here, you haven't yet, please consider subscribing and helping us feed a hungry hippo. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Today is August 5th, and it is a Monday, so that means it's time for What Sold on eBay. We're actually taking a look at 2 weeks of sales in this video. We'll be looking at July 22nd through August 4th. Because I did not get a video out to you last Monday, I was out thrifting. Surprise, surprise. Sometimes I leave the house. Last Monday was our monthly thrifting trip with our local eBay group here. If you do live in the Pittsburgh area or near us, you can find us on Facebook, Mid-Atlantic Online Sellers Group. I'll link it in the description box down below. We meet once a month for dinner, and we meet once a month to thrift, and we get swag from eBay, and we have a good time. So join us if you're in the area. And last Monday was our monthly trip, like I said. So we went to the Salvation Army on their 99-cent day. They actually have 3 collars on sale. 1 collar is 99 cents, and 2 are half off. And I got a lot of stuff, which I will be hopefully be making a haul video this week. If I don't get around to it this week, it'll be next week. As you know, we wash and dry every piece of clothing that we thrift and bring through this house. So a lot of it's still sitting in the hatchback of our SUV, waiting to be brought in and washed and dried. But once it is all clean and laundered and brought up to my office in boxes, we'll do a haul video together and I'll show you what I got. I hit the jackpot on plus size jeans. So there's a spoiler for you. But because I didn't do a video last Monday, we'll just look at the last 2 weeks in this video. We're going to start with the plush. I show you each and every single plush sale every time I do a what sold video because they're still my favorite thing to sell and to talk about and to teach about. And then I pulled some highlights of our other sales in other categories: jeans, shirts, jewelry, comics. We sold a lot of bread and butter in the last 2 weeks. And that's actually what we sell the majority of because of how we source wholesale, bulk lots, and the 99-cent days at the thrift stores around here. Probably 90% of the items that we list and sell are going to be falling into that bread and butter volume-based business category. And then every once in a while, we find a nice home run. You'll see one of those in this video today. I've saved it for the last, but let's start with the plush. A lot of these plush are going to be poop, and a lot were actually clearanced at 50% off. We are clearancing a lot of our older inventory 50% off this year. We did increase our overall active listings on eBay to 5,000. So we are clearancing out old stuff as we list better, newer stuff. This is a NASCAR teddy bear, and he was on the 50% off sale. And I also accepted a best offer. So he sold for $3 plus $5.50 shipping. We charge enough shipping to cover the fees. Don't forget that you guys pay fees on shipping. A lot of people feel like if your shipping label costs less than what the buyer paid, that you're obligated to refund them. You're not, for several reasons. First, and most importantly, when the buyer checks out, they get a total amount to pay, which includes the cost of the item plus the shipping. They're okay with that amount. They agree to that amount. They pay that amount. That should be the only reason. But also, eBay does take their almost 15% fees out of our total that we get from the buyer, which includes the shipping, so you're paying fees on it. You have to pay for your supplies, your shipping supplies, your labels, all of those things. So just keep that in mind. When a buyer pays a little bit more than what you pay for the label, it's okay. Buyer agreed to pay that amount. You're covering your costs. And you're also getting a discount from eBay as a business on the label. So we pay a little bit less than retail or what buyers would pay at the post office. And that's okay. Here we have a Princess Soft Toys. That's the brand. It is vintage. It still blows my mind that anything from 2004 and older is vintage. I must be an antique then, right? This is a Christmas holly teddy bear. It's a little cute teddy bear with a red bow and Holly's printed all over her. She did sell for $9.27 and $7 shipping. Wild Republic Tiger Cub. So Wild Republic is a good brand. Typically, you're going to see K&M International on their tush tags as well. K&M International and Wild Republic are the same brand. It's more commonly known as Wild Republic, and even some of the newer plush won't have that K&M on their tag. I just put Wild Republic in the title. Folks know what it is. They make a lot of really cute, realistic looking animals, and some of them can go for a lot of money. This is one of those brands that's all over the place, from bread and butter all the way up to ginormous tigers that can sell for $50 and $60. This one had sat around for long enough that I put it on a 50% off sale. It says 53. I don't know how that happened, because I literally created a category in our store where I toss all these items, and then I set a sale up on that category only for 50% off. So that's funky. You see it? It says 53% off. I don't know. But I also took a best offer of $5.55 plus the $5.50 shipping. Again, we are really trying to clear out old stale inventory and breathe some new life into our store. Here's the Disney Pixar Woody. So this was an item that I had delisted and relisted. And before he could be grabbed on a sale, he sold at full price. So he's marked $18.74. That's the price I put in when I want around $15 for an item. We run a 20% off sale Monday through Friday, 30% on the weekends. So during the week, it's actually at the price we wanted. So $18.74, 20% off would be $14.99 Monday through Friday. That's the actual price I wanted. And then I still have a little bit of room for offers, but it looks like it's on sale. It's getting that preferential treatment in the searches that items get when they're on a sale. If you didn't know, buyers think they're getting a sale. But sometimes something is sold before it reaches the sale, which is always a plus, which is part of the reason why we do this how we do it. And this had sat around long enough that it was delisted and relisted. I do items 6 months or older only, like 10 a day. It's not a priority. But just the fact of delisting it and relisting it as a new item pushed it up in the searches, and the right person, the right buyer at the right time saw him. So he sold for $18.74 plus $5.50 shipping. A Gans Webkin's Frog sold for $4.37 plus $5.50 shipping. Gans is another brand that's all over the place. Some are going to sell for $4 and some are going to sell for $50. So just do your due diligence and your research and your comping. Ty Beanie Boos. This is a Halloween special mummy. He sold for $3.32 plus $5 shipping. Beanie Boos were good for a while. We all know the Beanie Babies are poop. The Beanie Boos were still good. They're kind of ran down to the bottom now, even these specialty ones for holidays. But when I get them in a wholesale lot, I just list everything. Kohl's Cares. This is a brand that makes a lot of animals, stuffed animals, out of children's literature books. Some are worth a lot of money and some aren't. So again, you just have to do your due diligence. I don't buy my stuffed animals as one-offs anymore. It's a very rare occasion that I'll see one out thrifting, that one day a month I go out and purchase it. 99.99999% of all my plush now come from wholesale buys. So I'm not actually selecting and picking and choosing. I get what I get and I list it all. But there are some Kohl's Cares. I will tell you, if you ever see if you give a mouse a cookie plush or the brother and sister little critters, those are worth some money, or at least they used to be, unless turds have raced it down to the bottom. Anyway, I took $4.50 for my Sneech plus $5.50 shipping. This isn't technically a plush, but I like to show you guys every time one of these sells. It is a Disney Cruise Line Mickey Mouse Christmas tree ornament. I bought 2 boxes of these for like $2, 20, 10 a box, 20 of these guys a couple of years ago. And I have one left now. And they kind of just sell here and there. I don't really sell a lot of them around Christmas time. Last year, I sold maybe 3 around Christmas. They usually sell in the summer, which is weird. But I think maybe people go on the cruises in the summer, don't get souvenirs. for whatever reason, when they come home, they go online to get a souvenir. I think that's why a lot of the Disney theme parks plushies sell as well on eBay really well. So this one I took $13.12 for, plus the $5 shipping. Hallmark Itty Bitties. I would suggest avoiding these. If you get them in a bulk buy, set them aside so you have a bunch of them, and then just take an afternoon to just photograph them and get them up. Don't make them a priority. The larger Hallmark Itty Bitties, which is kind of contradictory because Itty Bitties are supposed to be these wee little plushies. They're like 5 inches, 4 inches, but they have some that are larger. Those can be considered bread and butter, but these small ones are usually poopy poops. I took $3.73 on Buzz plus 5 shipping. And then we have this pair of BuildABear white sneakers. Technically, it is plush because it's a plush accessory. Why I want to show you these, they are beat up. They are beat up. They are missing their shoelaces. I disclosed all of this in the listing. Has paint in the soles. And I still got $2.62 plus 5 shipping. So for all intents and purposes, that's an $8 sale. That cost me like $3 to ship. Not a big time money. I'm not going to retire on these. But when I got my Build-A-Bear lot, I didn't throw anything away. In fact, you guys may have seen the video where I showed you one bunny slipper that sold by itself as a replacement. I prioritized. When I went through that lot, the cutest stuff came out first. The most expensive stuff got listed first. But I listed everything to eke out every cent of profit I could. Okay, this is a Guess How Much I Love You rabbit. I've had 2 of these in the past. They came in the same lot. The first one had sold pretty quickly. This guy took a little bit longer. It's from a book called Guess How Much I Love You. It's a very cute, very soft rabbit. It has soft eyes. So it is meant for a baby because it does not have those hard plastic eyes. And whenever you have plush like that where their eyes are cloth or thread, you want to put baby toy, you can use Lovey in the title if you have room. And you want to bring attention to the fact that it has those soft eyes. This sold for $9.13 plus 5 shipping. Blue's Clues. This is by Ty, which is probably why it comps so low, because there are still some blues that comp a little higher. Of course, she's a character that's oversaturated. So if you have the other characters from the show, especially the more obscure ones like Magenta and the Green Puppy, they do really well. There's also a plush out there of Steve's chair or Joe's chair, whichever generation you're from. I'm aging myself a lot in this video. Between the, I can't believe vintage is 2024. And y'all remember Steve on Blue's Clues, but his chair does sell for really well. They have plush versions of the notebook, the mailbox. So keep your eyes out for those. This blue, she sold for $4.37 plus 7 shipping. This is a Harrods Panda. So the thing with Harrods is it's like a luxury brand of plushies from the UK, from London. So I did put that in the title. I think this sat around for so long because it's a panda bear. I've had other Harrods that were other animals, larger, even priced originally for more money. This was originally priced at $25 plus shipping. And I've had friends that have sold Harrods really well. So I don't know if panda bears have just fallen out of favor, if they're not as popular anymore, but it did sit around for over 2 years. So it got to the 50% off, and then it sold on a best offer, $13.49 plus the $5.50 shipping. I also think, honestly, in general, a lot of plush have lost their value and are just selling for less money. And I think that's a product of buyers who actually know what they're doing are just being turds and racing to the bottom. They need their sales. Sales are slow. The economy's bad. It's summer slowdown. And so folks are just taking whatever they can get. But I also feel like a lot of new sellers come to the platform every day and aren't that versed or knowledgeable in plush. And because they're not, when they go to comp, they don't see a lot of sellers like myself and my friend Robert who price things at what they're valued at. They see a lot of the lower end stuff. So hopefully it will pick back up in Q4, which it usually does. Kelly Toy, this is Poop, $4.37 for this monkey plus $5.50 shipping. A lot of Kelly toys are going to be Poop. This is the King Plush, so you know this is like a claw machine toy. But some are good. They have some vintage Kelly toys, and they make Squishmallows. Here's an Animal Pal. So this is another Kelly toy. He's like another claw machine, generic looking plushie. He sold for $4.99 on an offer plus $5.50 shipping. I want to show you these Faded Glory jeans. So we're done with all the plush. Those were all the plush sales in the last 2 weeks. Why do I want to show you these? Because I tell you guys all the time that I purposely and with intention will source Walmart branded shorts and jeans that are plus size. When I get them in wholesale lots, that's great. But when I go to the 99-cent days at our thrift stores around here and I find Faded Glory, Time and True, and those Walmart brands, even Target, and they're plus size and they're 99 cents, I do bring them home. I took a best offer on these of $8, but they paid $7 shipping. Someone was willing to pay $15 for a size 16 pair of Faded Glory jean shorts. You can pay that for them new in the store, but people will pay that used on eBay. So don't overlook your plus sizes. Sometimes brand doesn't matter, and plus sizes is one of those times. I had never heard of this brand. Came to me in a ThredUp box, new to me. Wide leg, high waist, beige denim pants. These are jeans, size 12. And I took a best offer, $12.50 plus $8 shipping. So that's a $20 pair of jeans. And to me, that's the bottom end of bread and butter. Old Navy jean shorts. These sold for $16.50 all in for a little tiny pair of shorts with some rips that I sourced for 99 cents. Cabi is a good brand. Now, as with every brand, there's going to be pairs that you're going to list that are going to sell right away, right place, right time. You have the right size, the right style. Some are going to take 3 to 6 months, which is pretty normal for clothing. Keith and I redo our clothing and jeans guides every year, and we do all the research that goes into that to figure out the sell-through rates on hundreds and hundreds of brands and different types of clothing. And the majority of them, a good majority, takes 6 to 9 months to sell. It's just how it is. It's normal. Even these better brands like Cabi. And then sometimes maybe you're going to have a size 4 like this. That's just a smaller size that just sits. So this did go to the 50% off. And I took an $11 offer plus the $8 shipping. So $19 all in for a pair of Cabis on sale. Cabis you usually want to start around 20, 28 to 30. But you're going to get that, and you're going to get it quicker for bigger sizes. Wrangler Pearl Snap. So Keith and I like Wrangler. It's a good bread and butter brand. I love Wrangler's men's jeans. They sell so fast. I love any kind of Pearl Snap, any brand, especially when they're 99 cents. It could be Walmart brands. I don't care. I'm grabbing them. I like Pearl Snaps and I like 99 cents. This is a size small, so it was a little harder of a sale, just like those Cabis. The smaller sizes are going to take longer and they're going to sit. So this did go to the 50% off. I took a $10 offer plus $5.50 shipping. Clearancing out all that old stale inventory, guys. That's what 2024 is about for Keith and I. It was about growing our active listings, getting rid of stale old inventory, and moving into our newer categories that we're doing. Speaking of brand not mattering, plus sizes, definitely brand doesn't matter. And sometimes if you can find a cool graphic shirt and a good size for men, brand doesn't matter. I've never heard of Koji apparels or Coj or however you pronounce it. But this is a 1X. It says Bahamas all over palm tree print. It was a nice shirt for 99 cents at the thrift. And it sold for $13 plus $5.50 shipping. You want to talk about a brand that has fallen to the wayside. 8-9 years ago, I could get a Vineyard Vines for $3 or $4 at the thrift and flip it for about $50. But comp them, guys, you'll see. They just aren't comping at what they used to be. This sold on the best offer even of $14 plus $7 shipping. I'll still pick up Vineyard Vines because it is a recognized brand. It still has a following. Everyone knows about the whale on the pockets. But I'm not going to pay more than like $2 for them anymore. This is the classic thick tucker shirt. So it's like the Untuckbles. Silver jeans. This pair sat around long enough that it went to the clearance, 50% off. Sold for $20.62. There we go. $20.62 plus 7 shipping. Size 28, which is a smaller size. Silver is another brand. You guys, I used to get silver for $5, maybe 7 sometimes at the thrift. And I would flip them for 50 and 60. So just be mindful when you're comping and when you're listing items that you're not becoming part of the problem. List items what they're worth, run sales and take offers if you need the fast flip or just want to get rid of it, but list them at what they're worth. You can see that this was still listed for $41.24 and then just put on sale. We sold a lot of comics in the last 2 weeks, tons, and most are going to fall in the bread and butter range. I just wanted to show you this one that sold fast enough that it sold before it went on sale. Much like the other plush I showed you of Buzz, this comic was meant to be $15 plus $5.50 shipping once it was on sale, but it sold quickly enough that it still was marked $18.74. A lot of the comics that we get are priced between $8 all in, up to like $30. Usually every bulk buy of comics will pull out a small handful. They're going to be between $20 and $40. And almost every single one has one that's worth $80, $100, $200. We've had a $300 one. But we usually only get one of those per box, and then a handful of the 20 to 50s, and then just a ton of bread and butter. But we pay $1 a comic. So it's all good. It works out, right? Why I like wholesale. All right, I'm going to show you some jewelry this week. I'm going to show you some exciting jewelry and some surprising. And this is why I have really latched on and moved into the costume jewelry market. I get it for like $5 a pound. It's super fast to photograph. It's even faster for me to list because now I'm using List Perfectly's listing assistant, which is their version of AI. It's not really AI though. It's a mixture of AI and Google image search. It's actually pretty cool. And I did do a video on how to use it to list really fast and get really good listings too that are going to sell. So I'm going to link that video for you at the end if you haven't watched it. You can try List Perfectly for 30% off with our code FlippinHippos. So you can get your first month for 30% off. There's no obligation or contract. If you don't like it at the end of the month, you can cancel. But that new listing assistant, oh my gosh. So I can sit here for a couple hours and photograph, you know, a 15-pound box in a session. And by a couple hours, I mean, I'll sit here on a Thursday for 6 hours and photograph nonstop and get a 15 to 20-pound box of jewelry all photographed. Run it through that listing assistant on List Perfectly, and I can get 60 listings built and another 6 to 8 hour day and then pushed out on 3 platforms. So it's really fast. It's faster than any other category I sell in for me. Comics are the fastest for Keith and jewelry is the fastest for me. The photos go really quick. The listing is so fast for the listing assistant. I like that it's very lightweight and easy to ship. And I also like that it takes up very little room to store. We have thousands of pieces of jewelry that take up less than a fourth of the room of hundreds of plush. So I'm not giving up on plush or jeans. Those are still my top 2 favorites, but I just really love jewelry, and it's kind of slid into the top 3. And as far as speed and us growing our store and adding new categories, jewelry is everything. I love it. But some of it's so surprising. So like I said, I get it for like $5 a pound. Most of it weighs like 2 ounces. So you're getting like 8 pieces per pound. I mean, it's so inexpensive. With it being costume jewelry, I don't have to worry about proving that it's real silver or gold. I just put tone. This is copper tone. But this is like a nice costume jewelry ring, but it's nothing too fancy. It's just a little ring. But it sold for $12.49 and 5 shipping. And again, before it went on sale. This vintage gold silver tone heart stretch bracelet with the floral engraving sold on a best offer of $17 plus 5 shipping. I did take $17 on this. I wanted $20 when it went on sale. They offered before the sale, and I knew if it went down to 20, I would have taken 17 or 18 anyway. So I just took the offer. And I do price high. I price my jewelry pretty high. I give myself room to run those sales and do those offers. So that was a nice sale. It's a plain like silver tone cuff that says hashtag #sasshole. I got $8 plus $5 shipping. Never heard of this brand. The card has some damage on it, as I have photographed and disclosed. Faux ruby dangle diamond earrings with rhinestones. They sold for $9 plus $5 shipping. A just gold tone with a blue stone, nothing fancy, no brand, just a nice ring. I did size it. I do have a ring sizer and put the size in. But I mean, this sold for $4 plus $5 shipping, so $9 all in, and it cost me like $2-3 to ship. And then last but not least, I saved the best. These Anthropology Made the Colette jeans, women's size 32. So these did go up and go on their sale for $71.99, and I took a best offer of $65. Why did I go so low? Well, I'll show you, because the offer came Friday afternoon, on a Friday afternoon, and Friday night is when our 30% sale kicks in. So if they had gone to our 30% sale, they would have been $62.99. So by taking the $65, I got $3 more by taking that on a Friday afternoon and letting these run through until they were 30% off, plus $8 shipping. So these are the Maeve Colette wide leg denim jeans. If you watched the ThredUp haul that these came out of, I was so excited and thrilled because I had never seen these before. Anthropology has probably a million brands or lines underneath of it, and some Anthropology is just poop anymore. But when I comped these in that ThredUp unboxing, I was so happy and surprised. So I got these up. I got these listed. I say right away, but we stay about 3 weeks ahead scheduled on eBay anymore. That was part of our goals and our plan when we were increasing our active listings. We schedule our listings each day out for 3 weeks because that's as far as eBay lets you. So each morning when I wake up, I'm only listing enough for one day, but it's 3 weeks from now. And then if something were to happen, if life happens, if I have a migraine, if we have to help his grandparents or anything happens with the car, you know, life happens, shit happens all the time. If I don't work one day, I'm okay because I have things scheduled. So I got these up right away. It took about 2.5, 3 weeks for them to cycle through on their schedule, and they sold within like a day. So these were a nice find. And sometimes when I find things like this really good out of my wholesale lots, I do just kind of list it right away and don't put it on the schedule. I'll just put it up right away. But I did schedule these out because I wanted to have a bunch of jeans come out. I try to rotate and have a couple days of comics and then a couple days of jewelry and then a couple days of jeans just to switch up the categories. I've heard whatever you've listed last is what you get priority in on eBay. And so if you delist and relist, if you do like some plush, it's whatever you listed last, allegedly, is where the search engine sees that you get preferential treatment in the searches, along with a bunch of other things, your keywords, your title, are you running sales? There's a lot of stuff that goes into it, but that's allegedly one of them. So I always want to have like a batch of jeans and then a batch of comics and then a batch of jewelry. So I'm constantly switching what category is going up, if that makes sense. All right, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns about anything you saw in this video or reselling at all, let me know down below. I do answer everyone. I do get behind. In fact, I have a lot of comments I have to go answer today, really behind. But I will get back to you. I do answer everybody. If you want a faster answer, join our Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod, and tag me. If you tag me in a post in my Facebook group, I will get back to you within a day or two usually. And other people can also help you. The group is very positive. It's full of a lot of really nice resellers. And if you tag me and ask me a question, a lot of other people are going to chime in too, which is great because you get a lot of different viewpoints and answers, and you might be able to get your answer a little bit more quickly. All right, guys, go be productive. Go make some money. And until next time, thank you so much for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.